Boker Tov, my sweetest friends. Hope you're having a beautiful day. Have a question and answer for you today, and it is, does IFS work for everyone? This person said, I find that sometimes people can't focus or get distracted, and their minds are just maybe simply chaotic, and they have a hard time communicating with their parts. Should they be doing IFS? If not, what is the most effective way of resolving inner chaos and confusion? So, in short, this is a very long and complicated question, to be honest. So first off, IFS, internal family systems, it's a type of therapy that that is very good for trauma, for connecting, for lots of different things. But either way, can IFS be beneficial for everyone? I believe yes, because it's a way of understanding how a person communicates and the multiplicity of the mind. And so I think for that reason, it can be beneficial for everyone. Now, some people, it might take them more time to get to a place where they can do some of what I would call the deeper vertical or internal work. And so they might have to do some more horizontal work. That means more, for lack of better words, more surface work and just really getting to calm their system a little bit. And that might be the first couple steps. But and that can be done with IFS, and it can also be done with mindfulness. Oftentimes when people have really what we call chaotic minds or traumatized minds or distracted minds, ADHD minds, whatever you want to call it, I'm pretty open to different terms. But the way that I see it is, it's basically one reason or another, difficulty focusing. And so mindfulness is a great tool to be able to help bring the person to calming things. Breathing techniques can be super beneficial. One of the first things that I teach clients of mine, usually in the first session, at the end of the first session, is a deep breathing technique that some people call triangle breathing. It's a 5 count in, a 5 count hold, and a 5 count release. And that simple technique can just slow people down. Oftentimes you'll meet people that they're super going and they're super active and they talk a lot, they talk fast, and they're always on the move. And oftentimes just asking them, hey, would it be okay for us to just slow down? Let's take a couple deep breaths together. And again, focusing on your breathing, focusing on your counting, 5 count in, 5 count hold, 5 count release. And just allowing them to see, what does it feel like for things to slow down? And sometimes people have parts that don't feel comfortable with slowing down. And so maybe it's just working with that part that is distracted, that part that is super active. And so that might be a possibility. But again, if you find difficulty as a therapist or friend or practitioner, whatever it might be, in using IFS in the way of helping people to kind of slow down and kind of get focused, then using meditative techniques and or mindfulness techniques, breathing techniques, are a really good way of kind of slowing down and getting a picture of the landscape of the internal system when it feels like it's very chaotic. So hopefully that can be beneficial to you. Again, I think that's a much longer conversation / teaching, but maybe we'll put together something later on for that. So thanks so much. Hope you have a beautiful day. Hope that was helpful. Take care of yourselves and take care of others.